Hey everybody, and welcome back to 31 Days of Indie Horror. I'm your host, Jonathan Moody, and we're here for day 28, and we're going to be talking about the film 47 Hours to Live. Now, 47 Hours to Live is very much in the vein of Final Destination, or there's a new one called Countdown that came out recently. I've written something similar to this kind of story. Basically, I don't know though. It's weird because I suppose it's an app, but it's not really an app that they use. It's like they use a website. So it feels almost old, like with them talking about a website. They went to a website and found this story, and then they were able. So let me go into the story itself. So basically, these two girls discover this story online, kind of like, and they even bring up Slender Man, I guess, to kind of give an example of whatever. But basically, Slender Man was that story online and everything, so that's supposedly real and everything, and this is its own like little Slender Man story. So basically what ends up happening is these girls discover this thing where you summon this spirit that you basically have to give, you have to pass it on to somebody else. So if you have it, and then you play it with a friend, the friend gets it, and then they have 47 hours to basically pass it on to the next person, or they die. And so I don't even know, like, it doesn't, like, the internet is way too big for like a whole small town to figure this out, unless like a bunch of people were talking about it or something. We never really get to see that. Like, I kind of wish that there were more people that were talking about it in the school, like as if this was something that, like, one person passed it on and said, hey, here's a cool game I found on the internet, and then this other person finds it, and in fact, I'd have more fun with that, because then you'd follow a bunch of different people who have to figure this stuff out, and maybe they band together. That wasn't this way. They kept with like two girls, and passing it on to each other, and it just kind of got boring after a while. Like, they had to kind of make it scary at times, and I'm like, but if they have that many hours to live, why would, like, this thing start, like, kind of attacking them during the day or whatever, kind of freaking them out during the day? I didn't understand a lot of that stuff. Like, I didn't find it scary. I kind of found it to be like too cliche, I guess. It's very, like, it has the woman with the long hair attacking, which is very much Ring, and once again, very much like Ring, like you have 7 days to live or whatever. This was like the Ring meets Final Destination meets the new one, Countdown, meets all those different movies, and it just didn't work for me as well. And I think, once again, it was too indie, like, had they, and maybe if they do a sequel, or something, they would do it bigger, The other one I was thinking about was Truth or Dare, where you have to keep playing the game. But the problem is, the good thing with that, they were smart with that because they had like 5 people playing the game. So, like, my thing is, if you just have 2 people playing this, it gets boring. Or at least maybe throughout the day, like, things start kind of happening to the person. Like, look at Final Destination. Final Destination has that scene, those scenes where, you don't know when the person is going to die. So they'll have, like, scenes where something will fall, and you'll think it's about to kill them, and it doesn't, and it freaks them out, and it freaks you out too. We don't really get that in this movie enough. So I felt like it was just kind of blah. Like, this movie could have been so much better had they really, really, like, buckled down on the script. And it was written by like four people, and I'm like, four people wrote this, and it's still sort of trashy, Like I didn't, and it was kind of boring. Like I didn't find it to be as good. Uh, I did like a few scenes that were in it. Like I liked toward the end of the movie, the final stuff that was happening. The fact that she didn't get her picture, wasn't taken and stuff. So like all of a sudden it's still on the one girl and she doesn't realize it. And so like that brings up a lot of stuff. And then there was a really cool like tornado scene, and I'm like, good God, how did they do that? Because that was pretty cool for like a low budget. They spent more money on the tornado. Maybe they shouldn't have done that. Maybe they should have spent more money on getting more people in the cast. I don't know. Like I felt like that was the thing. Like I felt like it shouldn't have been two people who are friends. Like you look at all the great classic movies like that. You have Stay Alive. It has that. There's tons of movies that are just like this, similar like this, and I just felt like it was kind of boring. I don't know. Wasn't really that into it. So my suggestion, if they ever make a sequel, which I don't think they will, because I've never heard of this movie and not many people, like I don't think anybody has really, except maybe the people who made it. I think if they make a sequel, they got to do it where there's a lot more people that's involved. Because I mean, it ends, the cliche ending of like, yeah, it's going to be passed on again to some new people and stuff. So the game's going to continue going, which I mean, that's how you have to end these things. I mean, there's a formula to it. The problem is the formula works for more than two people. I feel like to make it interesting enough. With two people, it's just kind of boring. But anyway, that was it. That was my choices. So I hope you enjoyed this, and let me know how things are going. All right, bye guys.